Some 60 Americans, including our fellow citizen whom you just saw bound and blindfolded, are now beginning their 6th day of captivity inside the U.S. Embassy in Tehran. It's Friday morning there now. But throughout this night in Washington, officials will continue their search for some way to negotiate the hostages' freedom. That search was not successful today.
ملت ایران در هیچ میدانی به صورت طرف ضعیف ظاهر نخواهد شد.
There was a time when America ruled without question, along with their Wahhabi and Zionist allies, dictating the terms of the global order. They invested trillions to crush any form of resistance to their hegemony, and client states across the Muslim world lined up to serve them. Wahhabi Salafi nations financing their wars, submitting to their agendas. These regimes, ruthless, cultureless, faithless, they claimed authority that they were never worthy of. Many referred to themselves as true Muslims. The land of Tawheed, they said. Defenders of Islam. They've never been. In fact, they've been quite the opposite. But the tide began to turn when the victory of the Iranian Islamic Revolution took place. What unfolded in 1979 was not just a political shift. It was a divine intervention. The emergence of this resistance from the land of Salman al-Farsi, the companion of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, shook the global order.
The Iranian government is a Shia government. But when Imam Khomeini, rahimahullah, succeeded in the revolution in Iran, Imam Khomeini reached out to the leadership of the Sunni world. He wrote, for example, a letter to Maulana Maududi, rahimahullah, in Pakistan, seeking to build a bridge of Shia-Sunni unity. That was Imam Khomeini, rahimahullah. So the revolution that came to Iran was not a sectarian Shia revolution. It was more of an Islamic revolution than it was a Shia revolution.
Soon after the 1979 Islamic Revolution, the 1979 hostage crisis took place in Tehran. This was not just an act of rebellion. It was a cry for justice. Decades in the making. For years, foreign powers, especially the United States, manipulated Iran's destiny, most famously in 1953, when a CIA-backed coup toppled the democratically elected Prime Minister Mossadegh and reinstated the Shah's brutal regime. To the Iranian people, the Shah symbolized tyranny, and America his enabler. So when the Islamic Revolution finally ousted Shah and the US welcomed him with open arms, it felt like history was about to repeat itself. In a surge of fury and fear, students stormed the US embassy, not for ransom, but to send a clear message. Never again would Iran bow to foreign masters. No one expected Iran to stand up to the world's most powerful empire, but it did. The hostage crisis in Tehran lasted 444 days. 444 days of humiliation for the United States. That moment marked the beginning of a long and bitter struggle. On one side, America and its satanic coalition. On the other, men who God had chosen to uphold his religion and defend his truth. From Iran, the resistance against American evangelical, Israeli Zionist and Saudi Wahhabist imperialism began to take shape.
مکرر این مسئله ذکر شده است که اسرائیل ناعت نمی کند به اون جایی که هست. قدم قدم پیش میرد. هر قدمی که رفت میگه ما کاری نداریم، ما همین است. فردا قدم بالاتری برمی‌دارد. امروز لبنان است، فردا خدای نخواسته سوریه است، پس فردا عراق است و همینطور.
Today, it's Gaza that has become the central battlefield. What's happening there has pulled the mask off the so-called defenders of human rights. Many Western leaders that lecture the world on freedom and democracy have stood silent or complicit, whilst children are buried beneath rubble. Their human rights frameworks, their post-World War II world order, now apply only to white and powerful nations. Gaza has exposed their hypocrisy in a way Ukraine never could. While Ukraine united the West, Gaza has divided it.
The Israeli aid system is inhumane, ineffective, dangerous, and fueling instability. Reports and images this week of children dying from starvation are beyond horrific. The IDF is shooting at desperate Palestinian civilians on an almost daily basis.
France, Ireland, Spain, and now even Germany are being forced to reassess their support for Israel. The people are putting pressure. The world is watching. The double standard is no longer sustainable. But where are the Arab regimes? Where are the Wahhabi Salafi nations? Where are their armies that were trained in Washington and Paris? What victories can they boast for the Palestinian people? What victories can they boast for themselves? What dignity have they restored? Absolutely nothing. Abandoning Gaza is not just betrayal, it is self-harm. Iran, which they tried to crush through assassinations and sabotage, has absorbed every blow and responded with precision. When its nuclear scientists were killed, when its generals were martyred, it didn't collapse. Instead, it revealed a missile arsenal that has made life inside occupied Palestine increasingly unlivable. Khorram Shaher, Sijil, Qiyam, these are not just names of missiles, they are warnings. Syria was meant to be a launch pad to liberate Galilee, but it's fallen into sectarian hands, manipulated by foreign agents and false ideologies that try to resurrect ancient caliphates. Yes, ancient caliphates in the age of drones and satellites, turning one brother against another, and left Syria looking like a Spanish bullring, spinning in cycles of revenge and ruin. So we have to ask, my dear friends, especially those living in the Middle East, do you think the West will protect you? Do you think Israel will stop at Gaza? Do you think you're immune to the fate of Gaza? Arabs, especially the Arabs, they need to look around. Their regimes are weak. Their armies are ceremonial. Their leaders are silent. If they don't act now, their fate is sealed. Peace without power is foolishness. Defense without readiness is a myth. And a Muslim nation without spine is destined for humiliation. The rise of Muslim dignity has already begun. The time of betrayal is ending. The time of reckoning has come. Thanks for listening to the Independent Islamic Republic. Assalamu alaikum.